The question is about education. And given the legacy of misinformation and I guess current apparent willingness to transgress international law, how does one go about educating on these matters when you face such like a kind of on all sides resistance against, I guess what you're proposing is like an alternative vision of past history?
Can you repeat the question?
I guess simply put, it's there are such challenges that you face when you try to present this alternative form of history, and I think even when you're talking about laws, that you face a government that's willing to transgress those laws, and when you talk about education, you know, it can be trumped by the government institutes a certain form of truth that holds sway in public schools. And so public schools, whatever, they delegitimize this other form of history. So,
So you're talking about international law, yeah? Or any laws?
no, I'm talking about education, but
It's the road we're going down.
Yeah, okay, wait, so you're talking about education and how that relates to the whole circumstances here
How
and
to
what's...
present an alternative history? How would you educate people?
Oh,
about
okay,
alternative
okay,
history?
thank you, thanks.
Right?
Yeah,
It's right up your alley.
yeah, okay, yeah, thanks. No, but what, how do you present this alternative history and how do you make that legitimate, yeah? So in terms of, there's so many facts that we've all presented. We've talked about different ways of addressing this, but there's so many facts that we've all agreed on here. And so once you start to check off those facts, like for instance, 1893, nope, that didn't cause any merger there. They tried a treaty of annexation then, and that didn't pass. 1897, they tried another treaty of annexation, and that didn't pass. 1898, Newland's resolution, that wasn't a treaty of annexation. Statehood, nope, that didn't happen. So even though you're looking at different perspectives here, you're looking at certain facts that are the same. And so by presenting all of this information from different perspectives and still agreeing that there are similar facts, that's presenting a wide-ranging idea of what really did happen. And so whenever you're presenting some sort of history, every history is presented for a particular purpose. But when you're presenting people that, when you have people that see things as differently as all the people here and all the people here, but they're accepting certain facts as the same, and those certain facts that they're accepting have certain conclusions that go along with them, that goes a long way, and that goes a long way toward educating our keiki and so forth. So for the next generation and for this generation, but you're looking at everybody here in this room seeing things from a different perspective, but there's certain facts that don't change. I hope that helps.
That's, yeah.
I'll give you an example. My daughter in her elementary school was to do a report, and she did it on Liliuokalani. And the teacher gave her a D on it and told her that Liliuokalani was an evil woman. So I went back to study my daughter's history textbook, and there was only one paragraph of Liliu, and that was the rest of Liliu. And so I confronted the teacher that, in so many words, who was she to tell me as a Hawaiian that Liliu was this evil person? And she knew nothing about Hawaiian history. She didn't even know who Liliu was. All she knew was what was said and what was told to her. So it's a matter like we've been discussing here, to go back and educate people on the facts. On the facts. Because we all agree that the 1893 did exist, it did happen. And history records that. You know, the history, U.S. history records it. But they record it a little differently than the way we take it. Okay? So if you wanna hear it from a native person, native Hawaiian, they'll tell you how they feel about it, as opposed to someone who's not, okay, who had nothing, no stake in it, who didn't have to lose a whole lot.